What's up, everyone? John, Code Brown Productions again, and I kind of wanted to review these two diesel heaters that I've been recommended by a lot of people. Both are by Hcalory. One is their briefcase version, the other is their smaller toolbox version. Both have their pros and cons and a few things that are different, and I ordered both of them because I wanted to go over with you guys some of the differences that I was struggling to figure out between these two to see if you can figure out which one's right for you. I'll show you the accessories that they come with and how they work, so stay tuned. A couple of the first most obvious differences between these two, besides their cases, is the fact that the briefcase style one comes with an external fuel tank, whereas the toolbox one has one that's actually hidden inside and it's nice and covered. The pros and cons between each of these is this one can easily be replaced to a bigger one. You can change it out to like a Rotopax mount, put it on the side, or even a larger fuel tank. So that's one big pro. The con is that you have to install this, you have to put this on, you have to run the wiring and the tubing to the main fuel pump. So this one is a lot more compact, streamlined, nice and neat, but you can't really change this out. This is basically specifically made for this case. The other major thing is both of them come with, right here, I'll show you. Both of them come with remotes. This is kind of more your standard one. This is more kind of like an upgraded, smooth version. Both work exactly fine. They work exactly the same. This one just looks a little bit nicer. But other than that, not much difference between just the looks on these guys for the remotes. On the briefcase style, you have this control knob here. It's nice and adjustable. Everything is nice and neat. Display lights up nice. But the problem is, this one is not altitude adjustable, and you cannot adjust the altitude. Even though it displays the altitude up here, it does not compensate. I contacted Hcalory and they said no, it does not compensate for it, and there's no other way to do it. You cannot adjust it. Now, with the toolbox style one here, the controller is covered up, which is another major plus. This one can get bashed up and hit and broke. I've seen a lot of people do that. This one is covered up. It's not a waterproof case, but it'll definitely protect it against scratches and water. This one is altitude controlled. So this one will detect your altitude and automatically adjust the frequency and how much fuel is put into the pump, which is a major plus for me. This one is designed to work up to about 6,000 feet. So anything above 6,000 feet that you're going to be using, you're going to want to use this one probably. The other difference, it's kind of hard to tell online when you're looking at these things on their website or on Amazon, is the accessories that they come with. Both of them are going to come with the standard muffler and exhaust pipe. That's going to be standard, okay? But only one of them is actually going to come with all the other accessories that you need. So the briefcase style here will actually come with the tubing for the air and the air outlet, and it comes with a section of hose for the air filter along with the air filter. Both of them are going to come with all the sets of miscellaneous mounts and brackets and clamps that you do need. This one will come with an extra set of the crappy green hose that always seems to come with most of them. So this comes with that and some additional brackets that you can adjust where the exhaust and the intake and air filter go, okay? The other thing is this one only comes with a 12-volt adapter. Now, it is fused, which is a plus, but it only comes with the 12-volt wire adapter, so you have to be able to plug in to the battery, hook it directly to a car battery, hook it up to a 12-volt cigarette lighter. And the other thing that some people find bad, other people will find okay online, is the fact that it uses this standard plug here. The problem is this plug is most commonly associated with 12-volt wall outlet plugs. So you could potentially do a lot of electrical damage with this thing if you plugged it in with a 110-volt accessory. It cannot be used. They have this 110-volt wall accessory plug on a 12-volt cable. So just be aware of that. Some people switch out the adapters for that, okay? On the briefcase style, the power actually comes in right here. The cover, there's no cover on it. It just plugs right in. And one of the downsides is the plug actually comes straight down. So when you plug it in, it puts a nice tight, hard bend on here. So just watch that, be careful. If you need to, you can always change this out. When it comes to the toolbox style, this one's a little different. This one comes with, obviously, your standard muffler and exhaust pipe, but it does not come with any tubing, any vents, anything like that. It does come with 2 power accessories. So one neat thing about it though, is it does come with an AC wall accessory brick that will change AC power into DC power, so you can just plug it into any wall outlet and run it for a long time. This is nice if you're out camping and you have a power supply. You can just plug it into here and not worry about overloading your system. Some people say that you should not use these things with a 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter because it draws too many amps. If you get a good gauge wire, I've never had any trouble with it. I've checked it with temperatures and stuff like that, and it does go above the max amperage on some of them, but it's for a short period of time and it brings it back down. So use at your own risk if you do go that route. But you can use the AC power brick, and it's not that horrible of an inefficiency to convert from the 110 volt power adapter on your power banks to the 12 volt. The other thing that it will come with is this connector right here. For some reason, they didn't use the standard red and black to signify positive and negative. They have a brown for the positive and blue for negative. But this is a cord that you can attach to any type of extension, 12 volt adapter, whatever you want to be able to power this as well. And this comes with the 3-pronged adapter that's also associated with 110 volt wall outlet. So once again, be careful. The nice thing about this though is on the back here is that this outlet right here is actually covered, which is really nice. And it comes out straight, so it's not bent down on the ground. You can just flip the cover up, insert it, and it's done, which is nice. So I like this design better. Okay, so that can go in and out. All right. Here on this one, you have your intake and your exhaust for the hot air. On here, you have your intake for the combustion process and the intake for the hot air. In the back, you have output for heat, output for exhaust. On the toolbox one, underneath, I gotta be careful because it does have some fuel in it, you have a miniature air intake on the bottom here and an already installed outlet for the exhaust for the ignition. One of the things that I've noticed a lot of people online kind of get concerned about, and it's not really a big annoyance, is the fact that your exhaust is pointed wherever your hot air is coming out. So if you have this pointed at your tent, you have to make sure to route some sort of an exhaust pipe out and away from you in order to be able to get it in there. Or you can turn it around, have the controller facing you, and then you have to have a longer air duct to bend it out and back towards you. This one seems to be a little bit easier. This one you can just set down in front of your tent. You have your hot air that comes out and the controller facing the tent, and you have your exhaust at a 90-degree angle facing away. You still want to use some sort of muffler and pipe to direct it, but it's not pointed directly at you or your tent, which is another plus for this one that I think. All right. The other stuff is they both come with decent manuals, okay? They're both all color, full page manuals. Okay, this one's the one for the toolbox heater. They've got probably about a couple pages here that are all in English, so that's about all the English side. The rest are different languages, but they do provide some decent information. It looks like it's actually written by somebody who speaks English instead of the horrible Chinese translated ones that are absolutely useless with the other ones you get. So their owner manuals are a complete step up from other things that they've had. Now, both of these systems are really cool in the fact that they both come with a Bluetooth app. And this thing is amazing. You have the remote that you can use if the batteries ever go down. But with this, you don't have to run any controller up into your tent, up into your cab, wherever the hell you're sleeping at. You can just control it through here. This is the app. Once it's connected, you just hit this, hold it until that timer goes off. And it starts heating. You can hear it. It's already going. It's already kicking on again. You can adjust the temperature, turn it on, turn it off. If you want to turn it back off again, You hold this until the timer counts down. Stop heating. This is an amazing feature, especially if you're out camping. Definitely, and this is on both models, so either one you're going to be good to go. In conclusion, both of these are going to be fantastic models for you to use. Both of them are going to work fantastically. I'm probably going to choose this one simply because it has the altitude control, which is exactly what I need for the altitudes and where I go camping, where I go off-roading, where I would be using this most. If you're going to be under 6,000 feet, this one is just fine. Both of them provide the heat. This one actually provides a little bit more customization that you can use. Like I said, you can do change out a lot of different things, especially this tank, which is really, really nice. The fact that you can change out the tank on here to go to a bigger one. I've seen people put the flat roto packs on here. They are fantastic. Both of them are going to be just fine. I hope this kind of goes over the differences that you want to see. Hope this answers some questions, and I hope this helps you make the decision on which Hcalory diesel heater is for you. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.